Corpbiz.
Hello, my name is Shalin Verma and I welcome you to our YouTube channel. In this video, I will try to give an overview of the EPR action plan in plastic waste management, which is now mandatory for producers that use plastic packaging. Let's start with the basics and understand why an action plan is required. For fulfilling the EPR obligations, the producers, importers and brand owners that use plastic packaging and as well as the plastic waste processors, that includes those recyclers and entities that use plastic waste to convert it to energy or fuel in the industrial composting, will now have to obtain an EPR authorization from the Central Pollution Control Board. The PIBOs are also required to apply for EPR registration in Form 1 along with the EPR action plan for plastic waste management. The next question that may come to your mind is how to prepare this action plan. This plan will consist of a detailed description of the collection and recycling process and the disposal methods that the PIBO will implement to achieve their mandated targets. The plan therefore includes adopting any of the 3 approved channels for plastic waste management. These include plastic waste management through own distribution channels, waste management through urban local bodies and plastic waste management through agencies. So let's understand these channels one by one. First is the plastic waste management through own distribution channels. So a PIBO can undertake the waste collection through their own distribution channel and the target of waste quantity should be equivalent to the estimated quantity of plastic waste they generate. For recycling this collected waste, the PIBOs must have contracts with recyclers to ensure the waste collected is disposed of in an environment friendly manner. Alternatively, the PIBO can send the plastic waste for co-processing in cement mills, road making or any other waste processing facility, the documentary proof of which has to be submitted to the CPCB. Next is the plastic waste management through urban local bodies or ULBs. In this case, PIBOs can engage with ULBs for the collection and segregation. Thereafter, the recycling of the equivalent quantity of plastic waste must be done. For recycling, the PIBOs or the ULBs should have a contract with the recyclers to ensure that the waste collected by them is sent to registered recyclers only. The company must have necessary contracts with the ULBs for the collection and segregation of waste with the recyclers for reuse or recycling of that particular waste. Now, to ensure a pan-India coverage, preferably one ULB from each of the 5 zones of the country, that is North, South, Central, East and West India, may be engaged by the PIBO selling their products on a pan-India basis. For those PIBOs selling their products in limited number of states or union territories, the ULBs may be engaged to ensure the maximum coverage. Also, to ensure that cities of all categories are covered, preferably ULBs from tier 1, 2 and 3 must be engaged. Finally, the third approach, that is the waste management through an agency. Here, the association of the PIBO with a waste management agency that has necessary contracts with the ULBs for collection and segregation of waste and with the recyclers for the reused recycling of waste is required. These agencies may have a contract with the recyclers to ensure that the waste collected by them is sent to registered recyclers only. In all the above approaches, the documentary proof has to be submitted to the CPCB by the PIBO. Now, after the EPR registration, the PIBO is also required to include implementation and monitoring plan. For this, the PIBO must submit the details of the waste collected through either of the 3 options and submit it to the CPCB on a quarterly basis. Now, if you are wondering what is the format of an EPR action plan, it is generally a detailed plan that includes sections for providing information and declarations by the applicant. The first section is the general information section that contains columns for the unit's name and address and contact information. Then in the subsequent sections, you will need to provide product details, type of plastic they used and the quantity being manufactured annually, the name of the product, the category of plastic used, that is category 1, 2, 3 or 4 as per the plastic waste management rules of 2022 must be shown. A diagrammatic representation in form of a flowchart is also required, which must be a representation of the entire management of the plastic waste. This must include the details of the stages involved in the product's whole life cycle as well. Now, it is also important to note that the respective state pollution control boards and pollution control committees are monitoring the whole plastic waste collection and disposal mechanism, and they keep regular checks on the EPR post compliances by the industries as well. The board also has the authority to levy environmental compensation and penalties. So, if your business includes the use of plastic packaging, you will not only need to register at the centralized EPR portal, but you will also require a comprehensive EPR action plan. A precise plan for your business designed with the assistance of Corpbiz experts will help you cover all the bases of EPR compliances through dependable channels of plastic waste management and recyclers. At Corpbiz, we provide comprehensive assistance in all EPR related legalities to help you streamline and manage the EPR obligations and post compliances. So that was all for today's video. I hope you found it informative. Thank you for watching.